Hi everyone, Thomas Desmond here, developer advocate at Sitecore. Today I want to answer the question, what is a CDN or content delivery network? Maybe you've worked with CDNs before and you want to learn more, or maybe you've been hearing the buzz around them with Sitecore's latest Experience Edge products. Stick around to learn what a CDN is, why you might want one, and some example CDN networks as well. What is a content delivery network? Let's get that out of the way. A content delivery network is a globally distributed network of servers with the purpose of delivering content. It's important to understand that globally distributed and delivering content. That content can be images, video, CSS, package up JavaScript, and more. But the main purpose of the CDN is to get that content down to our visitors quickly, reliably, and at scale. CDNs have become an integral part of delivering content across all channels. This video itself is probably being delivered to you via a CDN, so it's globally distributed, trying to be as close to wherever you're watching this video, and it's being delivered to you via a CDN on YouTube. You can think of the CDN like a cache for your content distributed globally. There's still going to need to be an origin server where you initially upload and store your files, but then the CDN is how you distribute those globally so you can have them available to your visitors around the world. So now, why do you want a CDN? And really, it comes down to speed. CDNs allow us to deliver our content with better speed. And what are the big reasons for that? Well, reduce latency. Now, when a request comes in, visitors are sent to the geographically closest server. If I'm in San Diego right now, I can travel to San Francisco and back to get my content, or maybe even just Los Angeles and back to get my content. I'm not going to the East Coast of the United States, or I'm not going across the globe in order to get this content that I want. So this geographically close content is really going to increase the speed, go from 500 milliseconds maybe down to just 50 milliseconds. So that's a 10x increase in speed by having that geographically close data. Scalability is another big reason for CDNs. Having our content globally distributed means you can handle more users. The performance of your site will not degrade if you have a lot of traffic because they can handle those requests spread out across the globe. It's not just one server handling those requests, it's that global network of CDNs handling your requests. And the last main reason for wanting a CDN is the reliability. Because you have multiple servers worldwide, if one goes down, it doesn't mean that your entire site goes down. People can be rerouted away from that down server to somewhere else that's still fairly geographically close and be able to get their content down from there. So the biggest reasons for the CDN are going to be that reduced latency, and that's where you see those big speed improvements. The scalability because now you're globally distributed, and the reliability because now your content is on multiple servers, and again, globally distributed. That's the big piece with a CDN, is having your content everywhere and close to your visitors. And just to clarify a few things, let's talk about what a CDN is not, just to make sure that we're clear on what a CDN really isn't. So a CDN is not a web host. It may work together with a web host, but your CDN is that cache at the edge. You're still going to need that origin server where things start to then get distributed globally. That CDN really isn't going to be meant for handling complex logic. It's purpose built to send ready to go content down to your users. So like those images and videos that are ready to go, ready to be sent down to users. So it's perfect for delivering that kind of content and reducing the load on your traditional web host. If you're familiar with the Experience Edge for XM and Content Hub products at Sitecore, you might be familiar with the Preview API versus Delivery API endpoints. That Preview API endpoint is meant to be our test and development server, where all of our data is on an origin server. And then when you're ready to publish that content, you publish it out to the Delivery API, and that is our globally distributed network on CDNs. So you have that Preview API on the origin server that gets distributed out to your Delivery API, which is on the CDN network globally distributed. So that's a good example of having that origin server and then your data being distributed on a CDN. Another good example of a CDN is Vercel's Edge network. If you host a static site on there or have any of your data on Vercel, you're using their CDN network. They have over a dozen regions where their content's distributed, and they've even added the new feature of edge functions where you can push some of your logic out to the CDN, distributing even your logic out globally. So in summary, CDNs are everywhere. The images you see online, the videos, HTML, CSS, JavaScript is probably being delivered to you via a CDN. It's what allows us to give us that increased speed, the reduced latency because we're grabbing content that's geographically close. We have the scalability. We're now able to distribute content globally because we can scale everywhere. It's going to be fast everywhere. And that reliability because we have our content in multiple places. If something goes down, we can reroute people to the next server. And really with CDNs, it's not something that you generally have to worry about. When you visit a site that's being served by a CDN, the site is doing the work to figure out what's geographically close. If you're going to be using Experience Edge for XM or Content Hub, and you're using that delivery API endpoint, we're going to be the ones routing your requests to that best geographically close location. If you enjoyed this content, please leave it a like and subscribe to see more content like this on Discover Sitecore.